Mordobar with the 0-6 record at the other end. And as you can see, Bamberg have moved into the top 4 after losing their first 2 games. Have gone on a 4-game streak. A win tonight on the road here will put them level with Nürnberg on a 5-2 record. But winning here is never easy. Here is the roster for Brose Bamberg. Paris League, one of the successes of last season's competition when he really took Antwerp to the Final Four, has come with coach Raoul Moors to Bamberg. And a roster, well, a roster that basically should be competing for Final Four berths. Here is the Tenerife roster for Coach Vidioletta. A sort of marvelous comeback when they overcame Riga and the 6-0 record. They've got one of the best defensive records in the Basketball Champions League. #1 in points against in the Basketball Champions League, only allowing 63 points. No wonder you're 6-0 when you're keeping your opponent down to 63 points. Also, there's only 4 teams that have conceded less than 30 points in the paint, which Tenerife is one of those. The worrying thing for Bamberg is that they have the least number of points in the paint in the Basketball Champions League. So those 2 factors going together means it could be either a great night from the perimeter for a Belosa if they can get the perimeter game going. If they have to go inside, then they are struggling. They foul to score on the inside regularly against a team that does a better job defending it than almost anyone else in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Marcelino Huertas is just having a phenomenal season. Now he's moved to Tenerife. He has played in some of the biggest and best clubs in Europe, has played in the NBA, and now finds himself leading Tenerife in performance, in points. Also, not surprisingly, with 6 assists per game. Just a phenomenal Basketball Champions League season. Had a tough loss in the Liga Endesa at the weekend, 30 points. They went to Barcelona and came up against the mighty Catalonian club and lost literally by 30. Bamberg also lost in the Bundesliga, 2 games. They played 2 games in week 10 and lost both. So they currently sit 4th with a 7-4 record. Before that, they were 7-2. Here's the 3rd team on the floor. Lucius Oskars, Suslav Tanel, and Goran Slavenic from Latvia, Estonia, and Austria, respectively, the 3rd team on the floor here in the Canary Islands. A little bit of winter warmth on the islands, but I don't think the warmth outside is going to be warmer than it's going to be in here. If Bamberg come with their A game, this could be a regular season classic. Starting lineup for Bamberg. Paris Lee at the point. His combination with Nelson Weidman in the backcourt. Olindi at the small forward. Seinfelder and the ever-impressive Assem Marquis at the power forward spot. Assem Marquis, the Egyptian, had 17 points in the Bundesliga loss for coach Raoul Moors at the weekend, and continues to impress for a lineup that wants to play quick, and in fact has to play quick if they are going to get the job done. Huertas Wow, what can you say about his career? It's just been phenomenal. He starts and in the backcourt with Sasu Salin, the Finnish international. Danny Dias, who's having a really good season. Tomasz Galo, the Polish power forward. And the huge presence of Georgi Shumandini on the inside. Shumandini averaging 15.6 rebounds a game for coach Vidialeta. And Shumandini is basically the real stability, the rock, the foundation that this almost completely new Tenerife roster relies on. A team that made the Final Four last year literally has been dismantled, and a pretty much complete new roster now plies its trade here on the Canary Islands. So, 3 Americans, a Belgian and an Egyptian make up the lineup for Brose Bamberg, with 7 German players. The Danes, a Brazilian, a Finn, a Pole, a Georgian, a Frenchman, an American for Tenerife. Just goes to show the multi-national nature of the Basketball Challenge Champions League, the quality of players and the quality of coaching is out of the top drawer, the biggest club competition there is in world basketball in terms of number of teams playing.
Nothing. But if they pass under, we play the rear screen, y ahora al final. Porque si fuera
ball screen, line screen, okay? Make sure we're in the corner. Let's go, man. Hey, defense, guys. Defensive mentality from the start, okay? And then rhythm in offense. Go. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Tenerife crowd that are used to success in this competition, this season being no different. Already booking their places ready for the postseason.
Comenzamos el partido con el siguiente criterio inicial: vueltas a 23, dos brasileños, Gio Schiavari. Vamos esas medias, venga, vamos a las medias, abiertas al frente de los pollos, todos juntos, vamos, Canarias.
Welcome to Tenerife. Tenerife, the whole team in the yellow uniform. Brose in the black. Now Brose get the first look at it. Lee off the handoff. Just about recovers it. Three's away and is long. Shumandini just about secures it. Now Huertas will advance the basketball. Huertas will now take the ball screen. 3 is gone. Shumandini keeps it alive and they'll get a new 14. Diaz drops it inside. And Georgi Shumandini throws the hook, little old school. Extra pass, Lee's open in the corner for three, drops it. Nice tempo, both teams. Huertas, screen and flare, Sashu Salin gets his feet set, drops it inside, Shermandini inside out, Salin gets a little separation, now puts it on the floor, tries to lean in for two, tough move. Well, the stat says he will shoot the jumper. Put it on the floor, gets to the ring. And Shermandini's a tough man to go over, but Schenfelder took his time, just gets a little position. Yeah, that'll be a whistle on the plate. Foul's going to be called. And Weidman picks up the personal. Spiriaretta. One of those Spanish coaches that has such a big-time reputation. Huertas gets it off. Salin will move the ball sweetly. Huertas will take the ball screen. Shermandini rolls. Salin is short. Shermandini cannot get it, but foul's called. Paris Lee not happy with the call. Not sure why, because he definitely hit the elbow. Salim takes a second. Five points personal. Sashu Salin, nice little layup, three from the free throw line. Wyman. Oh, came back to the left hand, where he wanted to go. Great job on the glass. Super rebound by Schenfelder. Whistle away from the basketball. Wyman will sit. So Tenerife with the 9-7 advantage, just under 7 to go. Bouchon checks in. Paris Lee needs a pass, finds one. Baseline rip through. Tough move off the glass is no good. And they are so active on the glass at Bamberg. On that occasion, Tenerife come down with it, but they're going to have to box out a little better than that. Huertas has it. Takes a Shermandini screen, goes back off it on a reposition. Little floater in the lane, doesn't get the drop. Chance to push. Whistle. Schenfelder's a handful. And Thomas J-Lo couldn't cope with him right then. Got a half a step going to the middle. Baseline penetration. Schenkfelder again goes with a right-hand hook, spins back to the middle, gets the 2. And Schenkfelder's having a really nice start to the game. 6 points personal, 3 from 3 from the field. Yeah, got a whistle again underneath. End line possession. Salin. Shermandini went with a sky hook. Couldn't get it to go. Paris. Another shot in transition. Paris Liebel, who I thought was going to come and take it. Tough move off the glass. Alindi can't get it to drop. Huertas, chance to run. They have numbers. Turns the corner, little floater in the lane, gets it to go. Always in control. Step through with a second move. For Mari, and he can't get the drop. Mari again kicks. Lee thinks. Probably shouldn't have thought, shouldn't have just put it down. Mari on the inside. And Shermandini got a piece, it goes out of bounds, and he is a tough ask. That's Mari trying to use his feet, trying to come up with a move, but Shermandini is just so long, 2'16", now 30 years old, Shermandini. Still plenty of life left in him. Nice pass again. Yes, with a beautiful little read on the cut. There's Diaz with a baseline cut. Huertas, if you cut with your hands up, he's going to find you. Kilo and Salin will sit. Huertas will handle it on the sideline. Olindi sits for Bamberg. Bamberg have had lots of changes too. So these two teams were at the Final Four. Upstairs, oh! Giorgi Shermandini is loving playing with Marcelino Huertas. Shermandini goes to 4. Huertas gets the first of many assists he's going to have tonight. Poor handle. Wraps the pass, great recovery. Aser Mari, tremendous work rate to get back and recover right then. And when you've got a guard like Huertas, you'll run hard. You'll run hard to the front of the ring because you know if you're open, you're going to get the basketball. 13-11 start for Tenerife. Runner off the glass is no good. Shermandini keeps it alive. Number of rebounds that other people will benefit from because Shermandini has kept it alive. Sean gets it. Mari high, and we've got a foul on the play as Christian Schenkfelder had Suarez on his back in the block. Elias Harris checks in. A little more athleticism. Subs coming in both ways. Huertas will sit. Schenkfelder will find Aleti and Norbachon. Mari doesn't get the drop, but gets the whistle. Well, there's the bump, there's the foul. Atkins gets charged with the personal. Tenerife beat it through the air. Atkins drops it inside, but that's going to come off Tenerife. Hawu Konote is just going to knock that out of bounds. Baseline penetration, needs a pass, finds one, extra pass to the corner. Again, they attack the closeout. Sean off the glass is no good. Bryce Taylor just can't get it to drop. And Taylor's just having one of those seasons at the moment where he just doesn't get what you expect him to. Schoenfelder in the corner for three is good. And they move the ball superbly well. And Christian Schoenfelder continues to impress. If Tenerife struggled, it is from the three-point line as a group. Drops it inside. Poor shot from Atkins. That three rims in and out. Chance for Tenerife to run the other way. No one stopped the ball. Easy layup, great follow. While everybody else is looking for the foul. Bamberg's all over the offensive glass. Shot in the lane. As we get a replay of the missed layup, you did everything apart from score. Great work on the glass, though. So it's exactly as we thought it would be. Nip and tuck, both teams' aspirations for the postseason. Rip through, gets off the dribble, doesn't get the two. He'll go to the free throw line though. Bamberg with the nice move, protects it well. Comes back to the right hand though, made life a little difficult for himself. Gabriel Bamberg. He goes 2 for 2. Tenerife back out by 3. Just over a minute to go in the first, and this one's going to go deep. Nip and tuck, another bad handle, and a foul called. And the referee, to an extent, bows out. Retten Oberschont. Well, you can see why the foul was called on the loose ball. Almost clean on the pick of the pocket. Paris lead back. 1:13 to go as Oberschont sits. Lee off the high screen, steps back for the three, got it. Super release. Enough separation to give himself the space, ties it at 17. We've got a new ball game in the last minute of the first quarter. Atkins just can't get his offense going at the moment. Lee has it. Tenerife will get at least one more look at the offensive end. Little one-footed step away is good for two. And Selic explodes off the bench, and Tenerife will hold for the last shot. It's the 14 seconds, 24 seconds, the shot clock turned off. And that'll do it for the end of the first. And Tenerife came out with Huertas at the point that looked really on the same page. Bamberg, great response. Schenkfelder was excellent. Contributions across the roster, and Paris Lee starting to make jump shots. So this one looks like it's building nicely into what it should be. At the start of this competition, these two teams were two of the favored teams in this group, and they end quarter one with Tenerife on the wrong end of a 17-19 scoreline. Haven't made a three. Shermadini went to the hook a few times. And it's become quite a good weapon for the 2-meter 16 Georgian. So start of quarter two, and Tenerife with the first look in the half court. Well, Atkins is having one of those games he's just not going to enjoy. He can't get his offensive rhythm going himself, and then he gets called for the moving screen, and he obviously is. Nice pass, foul on the plate. And when they run with numbers. And Atkins is going to get to where he wants to be. Get on the free throw line, get some rhythm going with the jump shot. Find that way to get yourself in a much better frame of mind. Nothing wrong with a free throw. But can't go 2 for 2. Just comes up empty with the second free throw. Paris Lee has it. And they are confidently again. Atkins will hit the second side. Bird to the corner, gets it back, takes the early screen, can't turn the corner. Lee has it again outside the 3. Still 10 on the possession, whistle on the play. They do a great job, Bamberg, getting it down early. If they can go early, they will. Then they'll look to run whatever Coach Moores wants them to run, and they still have plenty of time. So their execution is actually very, very good. Their decision making has just got better and better as a group. So they're in a pretty decent place at the moment. Lead this one 22-18. And again, it's Atkins is just anything that could go wrong is still going wrong for him. 2.7 on the possession. Lee, Shermandini shows high, great defensively as Lundberg gets the 2 on the breakaway. Tenerife, they spend as much time breaking their defenses down as they do their offenses. Execution excellent again. Shermandini shows hard, got to recover. And he makes him change his shot again. This time Harris won't take it strong. Goes inside touch. Shermandini goes with that hook again. It looks great until the release. Sometimes he really snatches at that release. 22-20. Parisley attacks it, left hand, one step, can't get the layup to drop, but gets his own rebound, needs a pass, finds one. Well, they decide to take the 3 that was offered. Great defensive rebound. They got to run now because there's 3 yellow shirts the wrong side of the ball. Just don't get numbers down the floor, Bamberg. Off the high screen. Off the glass. And again, it's just so much ring protection with Shermandini there. Shermandini wants a touch, he's run the floor, whistle on the plate, and they just have to commit one. This time it's Sadic's turn to pick up the personal. He's trying to push him off the block, he's just too big, too strong. Tenerife on the end line. Whistle. And this is where we're going to think, is it because he's 2 meters 16, or does the defense have a genuine case? Well, we get there a little late. into the half court. Great rip and turn the corner, but the defense again from Tenerife. Opening the corner, the three is short. Chance to run out of the defensive rebound. Lundberg is fouled. Harris Lee will take a seat. Sean checks back in. Huertas looks at his options, goes down low. Oh, that's better defensive. They took away all his space to play. Sean leads the break. Ball on the floor, nice pass. Ball's blocked out of bounds, but you gotta love the way that they challenged the defense. Great little front cut. Soft push with a turnaround, offensive rebound. And that's still not going to get the drop, and finally ends up. Huertas doesn't need the second invitation, just lays it up off the glass. And we have another new ball game with 4:50 to go in the first half. Huertas already on to 6. Chance to run. They have all 5 people. Sciamadini, bang! Textbook trowel. He trundles down the middle of the floor in stride. Take that. Timeout, Bamberg. Might get to listen to Coach Moore's timeout.
Ray, Lewis, Redden. We go in the first of all in the middle ball squeeze. If they step out, we gotta be available for the quick pass ahead. Okay, especially Sciamadini is making that step. Ray, you're gonna go out, get it high. Okay, you gotta get the ball. Okay, Lewis, you immediately you follow here, same side, and Chris is gonna back pick. Look for the lob to Redden. It's not there. We reverse it. Okay, we reverse it. And we go a slip screen. Dribble up, move up, second screen. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3.
And Diaz leads his teammates back onto the floor. And Marcelino Huertas is on the floor. This is a different game. But we thought this would be when you look to the way to end the regular season, the first half of it anyway, what a place to finish. With Bamberg and Tenerife going at it. Great rotation. And they only have 10 seconds now in the half court. Aubuchon gets it off. They drop it to the corner, open for 3. They can't get it to drop. And the ball will be long too. Tenerife. And Clay McLean's going to check out. Huertas in the half court, takes the high screen. Diaz just screens and then looks to screen again. Sailing off the down screen, turns down the ball screen. They just hit you from side after side. Yeah, it's rolls. They go upstairs, and he was just taken out of the play. Shimandini down the lane, and they just bumped him. Straight out the out of bounds is short on the three. Ball's hunted down by a Weidman, who brings it. Felder tries to get it on the change of angle. And they are in the rhythm from deep tonight. Weidman gets the three. .3:14 to go in the half. We're tied at 24. I think I'm going to be saying we're tied for a large part of this game. Second is good. And Tenerife slipped to a 2-point lead. And they just extend the defense, but more just to take time off it as opposed to really getting after it. Nice pass on the inside, easy two. In the corner is no good for Salin. Defensive rebound. And both teams are right on this. Penetration off the glass is no good. And Aubuchon can't get it to go. A whistle on the play though. And the end of this first half is taking an eternity with the continual walk the floor to shoot free throws. Make sure they got the right person. And they find themselves on the free throw line with Bamberg in the penalty. Tenerife having not committed a foul in this quarter. Two for two. And Tenerife stretch it to two again. Sean and Weidman in the backcourt. Aubuchon has it, needs a pass, finds one. They're going to go handoff. Tough finish. Weidman straight down the lane, straight to the gut of the defense. Turning the corner, wraps it inside Shermandini, and one. Cute little finish by the big boy. Straight down the lane, little soft touch on the finger roll. And yet another assist for Marcelino Huertas. Shermandini's got those hands that the ball just sticks to. Timeout for Bamberg as
your job is also simple. He uses this screen, we gotta step out. We gotta step out and you slide under. So immediately when you slide under, you just gotta make one step, okay? You stay responsible for yours. You slide under and immediately you can disrupt the passing. But we don't do it. We let him create whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. Okay? We go. You're here. Chris. Nelson already. It doesn't matter who brings the ball, okay? So Renton here. Lewis here. The same thing as we did in Oldenburg, okay? You're going to get the ball. Ball screen here. Ball, okay. Chris, you're going to circle. And we have the isolation against Shermandini, okay? Here we go. Defense.
And they're just ticking it over right now. Shermandini, 11 points, hasn't missed a free throw. Shot off the glass, no good. Great work again on the boards. At times, it's all that's been keeping him in it. Great recognition on the clock, in traffic. Fielder again, having a great half of basketball. Just over a minute to go. Paris Lee's now got a chance, as good as Tenerife have been, has got a chance on this possession to give Bamberg the lead. 7 turnovers for Tenerife. That's just so un-Tenerife-like. Nice find. Inside out. Olindi drops it, turns it over. Huertas, danger signs here for Bamberg. Huertas will find the open man. Diaz has it. Well, they wanted another goal and they got one. Salin just gets his feet set, knocks it down. Last 30 seconds of the half. Taylor gets it off to no effect at all. And there's around a 2-3 second differential between game and possession. Nice find. Diaz lines up the three. Got it. All about Huertas' composure. All about finding the open man. All about a 7-point lead. So there's the confirmation. Iberostar Tenerife with a 37-30 lead over Brose Bamberg. And it's all about the last minute or so. And Tenerife just assured and confident. Well, they've had some close ones in the Basketball Champions League, and they've got one right now. Only shooting 29% Tenerife from the three-point line against 44 from Bamberg. Rebound numbers favor Bamberg. Both teams sharing the ball beautifully. Schermandini and Schenfelder having a little private contest to see who can lead in scoring. Schermandini with 11, Schenfelder with 13. Both have been exceptional. And this is poised now. Bamberg trying to build on a 4-game win streak. Tenerife with a much longer win streak than that, but currently sit 6-0 at the top of this group. We're going to leave you some highlights of that first half. We'll be back in around 10 minutes to see if Bamberg can get the road win or if Tenerife can take a huge step towards the postseason.
Que sobre el tablero de los de bandera del primer y el de las 7 Caracas.
Klein looks for another backdoor to Foster. Oh, baby! You gotta be kidding me! What a play by Marcus Foster! What a pass by TJ Klein! Oh, my Lord!
Young, over to Rachel. And Vasturia picks it up, hands it off, and great play from Vasturia. And hands it off to Murphy, who not only scores, but is fouled on the play.
That is. Drives in, gets to Zesima, and Silla just with one of the blocks of the night. Well, that was big time. Kissick with the one-handed running slam. It was that crossover movement that lost Galdikis, and he explodes to the basket. He's up to 22 points, another 20-plus point game for him.
Roten has it on the ball reversal. You don't stop him. Oh! Get out of that highlight picture. Tony rolled down the middle. As we said, if you don't stop him, and he just threw it hard.
Oh, what a play, the alley-oop to Brown. That was one of the plays of the game right there.
Tenerife need to execute. And now Hurtas kicks it back out, wide open three is good! For Lundberg yet again, nothing but net. And he loves it, Tenerife love it. Heartbreak for Vefriga.
Yellowbacks now a chance for Gaziantep if they rush. Boy, that was almost a foul on Komalov. Robert goes up for the dunk out of nothing. Goodness gracious. Yagala close inside with the big thunder jam. And Yagala takes no prisoners with that play over the top of two Besiktas defenders. Jim Olusoy gives it to Crawford. Over to Saunders. He puts it up. He had a lot of time left. Oh, he hit the three! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! There will be no overtime. 3-point shot by Sanders.
Welcome back to Tenerife, both teams in the huddles before the start of this third quarter, and we are poised at the half. Both coaches and both sets of players right on it in the first half. Scout was good.
Increasing the difference, and if not, defending even harder every minute. ¿Vale? La primera.
Big opportunity for Coach Moores, moving from Antwerp to Brose in the German Bundesliga, and after some initial teething problems, just word it like that, should we say, his team is now moving sweetly, and looks like they are going to be a major contender for post-season play in the Basketball Champions League.
Y el pin down para Sasu si no hay paseillo. Santi, ves las dos cosas, ¿ok?
Players back on the floor then. It's going to be interesting to see if Coach Vidioletta makes those. It's got to make some changes in the way that they're guarding Sengfelder. He really is. He's a very, very good spot-up shooter, and he's good going to the glass. So he's the real. He and the performance of Paris Lee in that first half have been crucial. Tenerife have the 7-point advantage. Drops it inside. Sengfelder goes up. Great defensive effort. Chance to run. Wirtz has it. Horn set. They'll take the stagger on the screen. Ball's knocked away. Tenerife will have it on the end line. Bamberg really do have to start this third quarter positively. Tenerife at home, if they lead into the fourth quarter, are a tough nut to crack. Shimandini outside will get Wirtz releasing, and some contact away from the ball as Salin is literally just run over by Mari. Second reset, third foul on Mali. Wirtz. Shimandini with the screen, Salin on the quick release, just drains it. Great execution, double-digit lead. Murray on the high post, got to go to work down here, gets in deep, goes with the right hand, and Shimandini allowed him to go so deep. Diaz off the glass for two. In fact, sorry, Usta off the glass for two. One in the younger contingent at Tenerife, only 22. Paris Lee turnover. It's been a great start so far here for Tenerife. Chance to make this a 12 or a 13-point margin. And Wirtz using all his experience. Get what they want. Don't be rushed. Oh, upstairs, and Shimandini blows it. Got the okay from air traffic control, but couldn't deliver. Lee backs it out. Marty, nice pass. Oh, just the timing was wrong. And that's all about Tenerife defense, taking them out of their rhythm. The option was there, the execution couldn't deliver. Selena Wirtz into the half court. Salin. Whistle on the play as Diaz tried to turn the corner. Huertas will orchestrate from the out of bounds, gets it back. Same play. They can't get the same finish as the three is hard off the back ring. Well, somehow Senfelder hang on to that. Got a whistle. He stayed with it long enough to draw the contact. Make that 14 points in 17 minutes as he goes 1 for 2 from the line and cuts it to single digits. Salin off the down screen will face it, take the stagger. Well, I don't think Shemandini could see where that was coming from. Marie has it knocked away. Ball will stay with 7 on the possession with Bamberg. Marie just not quite in the same rhythm he was at the weekend in the Bundesliga. 17 huge points in the loss at Oldenburg. Paris Lee with a floater is no good. Shemandini hauls in another positive stat. Huertas will advance the basketball. Shemandini with a pretty looking pass from Huertas, gets it back. 4 on the possession. Salin, quick release, is fouled. And Schenkfelder just knew he'd been suckered into that one. Late on the closeout with 0.9 on the 24. Walked straight into his space to land. Ashu Salin on the free throw line. Chance to add to those 11 points. And with his numbers from the free throw line, over 90%. You can pretty much put these in the book. Salin makes the final with the free throws. And we're back to double digit. Paris Lee, who really has to take the game here by the scruff of the neck. Just get the right people involved. Puts it on the floor, attacks the space. Great help rotation. They take a huge 3, which is way long. Great work on the guards by Mari, going up with the right hand for 2. Outwork your opponent, stay with it, and good things happen. To attacks into the half court. Yes, back to Huertas, who puts it on the floor. Stops, fires up the jump shot. Great rebound. Chance to run Bamberg push. Short on the 2. Chance to run. Huertas has numbers. 4 down the floor. Wants the early pick. Shemandini going to work off the glass for 2. Once he gets composed, once he gets balanced, he's going to finish that play. Shermantini just stays in stance, plays the defense, and Murray's just going to bounce it off his foot here. And Shermantini winning that battle on points. He gets a blow, as does Murray. Oh, Murray just sits, looks frustrated. Tass backs it out and draws contact, and he just plays heads-up basketball every single second. You try and get after it, he's going to go at you, and McLean picks up the personal. Where Tass reads it, takes it to the baseline, drops it, should have scored it. Up, couldn't control the basketball, and they're hanging around here. Bamberg, Paris Lee into the half court. Whistle, gonna wipe it off, blocking foul, and I think it's Schuster again. Tass sits. And Gabriel Lundberg in the game. Lee attacks it. It's fouled. It won't go down, but he'll shoot the throws. Paris Lee with genuine quickness. Gets a friendly roll to get it back to single digits. Double inbound, goes long side, and again, Tenerife do a great job beating pressure through the air, but Lee's back with a handle on it. Just broke it away. Tremendous quickness by McLean. Comes from behind, no communication. Unfortunately out of bounds. Sailing off the staggered screen, moves it on. It's just both teams share the ball so well. It may be a 9-point margin, but again, tremendous ball movement made possible by the fact that people off the ball always move so they can see the ball, therefore the pass is an option. Lee. Get the high screen. Pop the bottom of the stag, gets it back. 9 on the possession. They go upstairs. The photographer was the closest person to that. Lee gets frustrated. Into the half court. Lundberg. gets it back to Lundberg. They curl. Salin, feet set for three. Great work on the glass. It's a tremendous rebounding effort by Trey McLean. Bounce that one in and out. Chance to go the other way. Lundberg has it again. Lundberg moves it on. Extra pass. Wide open. Mid-range for two is good. And Alex Suarez doesn't need a second invitation. Filling it up now. Both teams getting back that rhythm. Bryce Taylor off the bench. They really do need him to get to that regular contribution stage. So Bamberg struggling to get over the hump of the 9-point margin. There's Salin, great read. Defense tries to jump out high. Last two of the third. Paris Lee would advance the basketball. Well, we made the point right at the beginning of the game. Very little points in the paint for Bamberg. And it's clear there's no real post-up option, is there? They can cut. They'll play around the ring a little. But the penetration is really to generate advantage. Nice pass. Stop and pop for two is no good. Defensive rebound hauled in. Well, lid on the basket time. Lee in transition. Step back, 5 to 3, got it. Huge one. Cuts it to 8 and Lee fills it right now. 1:22 in the third to go. Berg comes back off the screen, gets inside, tries to wrap the pass. Tough finish. Lee trying to probe. Gonna have a whistle on the play as Elias Harris tried to manufacture some sort of finish. In the lane, doesn't get the drop. And Lundberg's going to have to go and earn him. Lee frustrated again that he gets broken down. Quick penetration, gets to the far side of the ring. They're going to be disappointed if they don't make the shot. But he has to earn them from the free throw line. Second. Bamberg have got to find a way as early as they can in this end of third, beginning of fourth. Get it under that 11 and 9 point. We're just flip-flopping between those two margins. And Tenerife come out and extend the defense. There's the replay, great hands, but Harris will hand it off. Overshot. Harris gets a touch in the block. Really would love to receive it. Takes the tough turnaround for two. With 1.4 remaining, can Tenerife get something away here? Plenty of time, they pull up. And do not get the drop, and we have reached the end of three. And there's confirmation. It's been like that for a while. Built the 7-point lead at the half. It's now a 9-point lead. But they do have the lead, Tenerife, 55-46.
A ver si en 4 minutos ahora estamos. Fran, ahora saldrá Marey. Puedes gastar faltas todavía. Que no la meta. Que no la meta. Puede que hagan blue con Martes.
Bryce, Lewis, Whitten. Okay. Bryce, you're going to set this delay for E. This screen, on the screen. You go here. You pop. Lewis,
Here we go then. Start of the fourth. Game is still there for Bamberg. Could be a huge win on the road. Huge step towards qualification for the postseason. Not sure what the delay is. But whatever it is, it's not a delay anymore. Gemendini starts the fourth quarter on the bench. Won't be there for long, I wouldn't have thought. Wide open, just drops the three. Bamberg just simply cannot overhelp, sag to the middle as much as that. Lundberg gets the three. Feet set all day, all night to release it. Harris in the lane, comes down with it, manages not to get the travel. The three is away and dropped. Silic answers the three with a three. Going inside again. Inside out, lining up on the three-point line, and just drops another one. Gilo with the three. It's textbook. drop it inside, get the reaction from the defense, inside, outside. It was 4 out, 1 in. And just knocked down the 3. Bamberg take the timeout. They can't play Shermandini one-on-one, so therefore, what do they come up with?
Ball screens, hoping that they will become static. Okay, they can go one-on-one and score. We take it. We take it, but not this anymore. Okay, the ball goes inside to their big guy. We go red. Okay, we go red. Let's go, fellas. This shit ain't over, man.
Replay of the last 3. It's Tenerife basketball. It's not a surprise. Inside, outside, spot up, attack closeouts. They lead this now by 12. Oh, they can't get it to drop again. Defensive rebound finally comes down. Again, they spread the basketball. Huertas gets it back at the point, looks to turn the corner. Step back and pop back. Great read. Right at the bottom of the shot clock. Back-to-back threes. Thomas Guilo may well have begun to put the nail in the coffin. Great pass. Foul on the play. You can see it under a second when he released it. Harris will move it on. Sean with a long 2. He's fouled and 1. They will not lie down. They will not go away. Going to be the 3 and the 1 to come. They're going to go a look at it. Let's take a look. Right, that's outside the 3-point line. Now 1 to come. They just will not go away. And why should they? Retner Aubuchon can't complete the 3-point play. Ball goes out of bounds. It will belong to Tenerife. Go upstairs, and they put another highlight on the game. They just passed the ball superbly with Huertas at the point. Guerra goes to 5 points personal. Harris on the inside for 2, answers. And Bamberg keep coming back at you. Huertas has it again. They have to pressure Huertas. Guerrero will come on ball screen. Lundberg likes his matchup, goes strong. Harris blocks it, but the foul call. Great look. And Huertas just gives him points. Great little show to the ball. Timing perfection. But can't make the first. Still only a 12-point game. Still 7 minutes to go. Still Bamberg have a shot at this. We've seen games in this Basketball Champions League season where Tenerife will dry up for a period. Taylor will take the ball screen. Pick and pop action for Harris. He can't knock the two down. Meanwhile, going the other way, the magician, Huertas. Spaces, looks to execute. Will get a reposition. Pick and roll. Oh, deja vu. Guerrero's loving this. All he has to do is catch it 2 feet from the ring. Can't get the long two. Great work. Fielder again on the glass. He's just, the points in this game, he has carried Bamberg. Shankford again takes the contact, gets to the free throw line. Timeout call.
We stay with the same, okay? We stay with the same. We switch everything. We go red in the post, but we gotta go red, aggressive on the pass. We gotta go, okay? Now we got the pick up pop actions with Chris, okay? Go in regular one side, okay? Regular one side. There, the free throws, 45. 45. They always bring their big guy here, okay? They always bring their big guy here to receive the ball, okay? Try to take it away. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Defense on three. 1, 2, 3.
Interesting to see after the timeout if they're going to go up the floor. Two for two from the line. Still only a 13-point game, and there's an eternity left in this one. But Tess again beats it through the air. They do such a good job at passing the basketball through pressure. Foul on the play. Wyman picks up the personal. 4 fouls. There's a time and a place. So that phrase in this instance is there's a time and a place to get after the basketball, and that's not it. Huertas just orchestrates. Great slip. Didn't see the pass, will now move it on. Gets it back. Wide open. The three is short. Chased down. Oh, they just don't stop playing. And Salin just acknowledges the fact that he just missed the gimme. Huertas is going to sit. This is the moment. They're going to build some momentum. When Huertas is off the floor, this is the time you might get some momentum. Lee back and has it. Just a couple of scores and stops. Schenfelder looks at his options, goes inside. They back it out though. McLean has it, stops, fires up the two for. Drags it back to an 11-point game. They run straight at you again. Medini checks back in. Salin outside. Waits for the Shermandini screen. They're going to switch that. Shermandini turns it over. Schenfelder going up. Off the glass for two, and he just misses. And Tenerife dodged the bullet. Alinde's going to be, I think, charged with a personal. They could have got it to single digits on that possession. And for as good as he's been all game, Christian Schenfelder couldn't get it to drop. And the Alindi chat fouls on the glass. Moores questions why there's no call. He knows how close he is to being right in this. He just cannot get over this hump. Rotation's good. Four on almost zero break. McLean on the runway throws it down, and we're in single digits. Videoretta's seen enough. We'll take the timeout. And Huertas steps out. Back-to-back turnovers.
Un 6-0, señores. 6-0. Y eso que nos han perdonado un contraataque. No más pérdidas. Vamos largo. Para cambiar. Vamos a slip al final. ¿Vale? Juega one side otra vez, como antes. Pero el último bloqueo en slip. The last screen en slip. ¿Okay? Cuidado con la presión ahora. Vamos.
Oh, if this Bamberg team get on a roll here, this is going to be tough to deal with. Huertas checks back in. And again, they've done such a good job at beating on the pass, and they almost turn it over. Huertas will come back to the top, play with the open floor. To the foul line, little floater in the lane, doesn't get the drop. Lindy comes down with a rebound. Lee has it. Numbers down the floor. Felder led the break off the glass, can't get it to drop, but they're going to hunt down the offensive rebound. Lee puts it on the floor. Open for three. Schenfelder is short, and it was there. He makes that. It's a two-possession game. Still an eternity to go. 3:41. Shermandini will reverse the basketball. Huertas where he needs to be with the ball in his hands. Salin. Cementini, and they're going to count it at the bottom of the shot clock. Yeah, it already hit the backboard. Back to an 11-point game. Paris Lee. They need scores. They need scores quickly. Travel with the extra step. There's the extra step. Huertas back to manage the end of the game. Under 3 to go. Taz takes the open floor, looks inside, Cementini, and it's normal service restored. It's almost like if you're a Tenerife fan, everyone just sighs with relief. It's back out to 13, 17 points personal for Giorgi Shemadini. Still got need them quick. 3 is off. Defensive rebound. Shemadini's like a stats magnet out there at the moment. Shemadini, watch out! Oh! Just to underline the point. As athletic as Shemadini's looked for a while. Schenkfelder's response pals into insignificance. Watch out again. Huertas is having fun now. There was those moments when he was out of the game that Bamberg cut it to a single-digit score. And then the door gets shut. Schenkfelder for 3 is long. That's going to be an offensive foul. Obvious charge. Schenkfelder didn't like the little afters. And Coach Videoretta thinks, I've now got enough of a margin. Let's take the man out. Huertas sits. 15 points, 1:42 to go. Tenerife, 8 turnovers on the game. Just a phenomenal performance by Tenerife. Number 1 team in terms of points against, keeping teams to 63. Well, Bamberg are at 62 at the moment. You can see the dilemma that every team's going to have. Especially if Huertas is on things like he is at the moment. Get a whistle.
Segunda falta personal en hielo.
Berg in the half court. They look down low, there's too much help. Now they're attacking on the dribble. Blocked, great work on the glass and the offensive putback. And Gillo shows he's not just not going to stand there and shoot threes. Does some blue color stuff on the glass. Lee turns it over, but somehow between them, Buster and Salin conspire to get the ball back to Bamberg. Lee goes inside, outside pass. They open it up. Three is short from Taylor. And Tenerife again will move it through the air, whistle on the play. Bamberg had a foul to give. Berg strokes it, pure as you like. And what was getting a little hairy at 8-9 points a little while ago, now finds itself at 18. Limburg goes to 15. Long attempt to the three, and that should do it. And Tenerife are remaining perfect in the group. But Bamberg have shown enough here that they are going to be a factor come postseason. And there's the confirmation. Iberostar Tenerife 82, Brose Bamberg 64. Tenerife staying perfect in regular season action. And Hertas at the moment is just a different level. The only way to describe his performance, different level. Yeah, the numbers, Tenerife shooting 55 and 47%. Efficiency does not do those numbers justice. 23 trips to the line. Rebound numbers, if you're shooting that many, you don't get a lot of chances to get to the offensive glass. Shimanini has 19, Lindbergh 15, and Salim 15. You're not going to see Hertas's name anywhere on scorers today. It was just how many points did he give everybody else? Tremendous performance. Anthony Hertas, outstanding, absolutely outstanding performance by the Brazilian national team guard, and he is a pleasure to watch. They shot the ball well, they moved the ball exceptionally. Bamberg were in this until the last 5 minutes or so of the last game. But you're never quite sure were they really in it, because how good and when you get a little passing demonstration from Hertas at the point, in just laying the ball in front of his teammate, it's a joy, absolute joy. If you're on that team, get your hands up, because he's going to find you. And at the moment, outstanding guard in the Basketball Champions League. When Hertas went out of the game, it gave them a little glimmer of hope, Bamberg. Cut it to 8. Had a chance at a shot to cut it to 6. A wide open look from the corner for Christian Schenkfelder, who was just tremendous. But then this happens. Shemandini runs the floor, gets rewarded by Marcelino Huertas. Doesn't matter that Schenkfeld replied with a soft dunk of his own. All the damage is done. Tenerife still perfect, still heading towards the postseason. The bottom 4 teams will play tomorrow in this group, and that would move Nizhny definitely if they went into the top 4. But when you're looking at a team with 7-0, the Win Masters have given themselves a great night tonight. Things are looking good for them moving into 4th place. So this group taking shape as we reach halfway in the Basketball Champions League. But for tonight from Tenerife, it's good night.